you like my build STI, healthy and a ripper, I got the product for you. What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we are making the 19 STI a little bit faster. I want to make mid 500s, hopefully close to 600 on Bader's Mustang dyno, and that's going to require a bit bigger of a turbo. Before we get started on this build, I got something cool to show you guys. Look what came in, Maxxis Elite 2. Probably a little bit overkill, but I'm pretty hyped on this. Very excited to finally have my own Autel scanner. I had no idea these were included. This is an electrical system diagnostic tool. We have a video scope, a digital inspection video scope. This should be a big help in all of the holes and pistons that we like to place strategically. Very, very excited. The setup on the car is currently a Blausch 2.5 XTR. That turbo, as far as I know, is capable of about 450, maybe 500 wheel tapped out. That's not enough power for us. I want close to 600, if not over 600. So what we have is an FP block and an FP block rebuild kit. So today, this car is getting an FP block. Before we put the turbo in the car, I do want to go through it. I do want to do some coatings on it. I think the newer FP blacks have a black housing. I'm not sure. I think it's just the newer ones. And then, of course, the cartridge isn't the cleanest in the world, and the hot side is also pretty rusty. This car is going to be externally gated like it currently is. We're keeping the external gate on there, and the internal gate's already welded, so that saves us a little bit of time there. So let's go ahead and pull this thing apart, throw some new bearings and seals in it, get some coatings done, and we'll be on our merry way to making our STI a little quicker. So to pull this thing apart, it's relatively easy. We need to get the hot side and the compressor housing off. Hot side comes off with, looks like a 13 mil. Now the compressor housing, it's just a giant circlip. As soon as that clip comes off, this guy will pop off as well. I always do like to mark exactly where everything is orientated right now. So when it goes back together, it's gonna be much, much easier. All right, let's go ahead and get these three pieces coated. We're gonna start off with the Cerakote process. I would highly recommend wearing a mask when spraying Cerakote. It is a pretty nasty product. I'm gonna throw a hoodie on and some gloves on, of course, as well. Gotta be very nice and protected and stay healthy. Speaking of health, I have something for you guys. Today's video is sponsored by my good friends at Athletic Greens. I have been drinking Athletic Greens AG1 for almost a year now. I'm gonna go ahead and say like 10 months now. Every single day, no matter what, whether I'm at home all day or whether I'm at the shop or whether or not I'm on vacation. They do sell it in these little travel packs. This is one serving right here. Very, very handy to keep with you on vacation. And if you want to feel good and if you want to feel healthy, I would highly recommend giving Athletic Greens AG1 a shot. I know it is New Year's. A lot of you guys have New Year's resolutions. If you're going to be in the gym and if you want to take better care of your overall health, give it a shot. When we are feeling our best, we show up better, we perform better, we look better, we look healthier, we sound better, we talk better. AG1 is the perfect first step. Starting each morning with a simple health routine helps us feel great and keeps the positive momentum going. Health is at the core of any intentions you set, so AG1 fits in seamlessly because it is an essential routine that helps you start each day on the right path. I've noticed a dramatic increase in my overall clarity, my overall mental health, massive improvements in my digestion, and because AG1 is packed with antioxidants and superfoods, it does help with healthy aging. AG1 combines 9 health products working together as one, replacing your multivitamins, multiminerals, per and probiotics, immunity support, and more. I could go on and on about the great benefits of AG1, but I would highly suggest you just go ahead and give it a shot yourself, like I'm going to right now. Now this is green, so don't be alarmed. It doesn't look the best, but I can guarantee you guys, I need to get some other people's reaction on camera one of these days. It is a very, very, very good tasting healthy drink. It doesn't taste like poo like other drinks I've had in the past. Put it in your nice little shaker here. Grab some water. And just like that, my friends, we are off to a great start. If you'd like to try the AG1 for yourself, go to www.athleticgreens.com/Devin Niemela to get started on your order. Athletic Greens is going to give you guys a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D3 and 5 free of these travel packs with your very first purchase. Thank you, Athletic Greens, for sponsoring today's video. I hope you guys want to be healthy like I'm trying to be and give it a shot. Now let's get back to being healthy, throw our mask on, and get some of the Cerakote sprayed out. And just like that, my friends, the compressor housing's all finished up. It looks OEM, got the badge back on. The badge is a little bit beat up, but still, that's freaking beautiful. So here is the cartridge, all finished up, looking beautiful. And here's the hot side. It is not gonna be that shiny once it dries and cures. The parts are, let's see here, tack-free after 45 to 60 minutes, partially cured 24 hours, fully cured within 5 days. So we gotta wait 5 days until we can install these parts on the car and run them. All right, boys, it's a few days later. Here's all the pieces that we have coated. Here's the rebuild kit and the internals. So let's go ahead and reassemble the turbo. All right, we got the turbo all finished up. Let's go ahead and remove the Blauschutz on the car. The stock location turbos on a Subaru are not fun to remove, but it's got to be done in order to satisfy our power needs out of this thing. So we got to get this inlet off, which I believe on this car, we're gonna have to pull the power steering pump. Of course, the intake's got to come off, intercooler pipe, and then down pipe, sensor for the wideband, couple up pipe bolts, and the turbo should pop off, along with some coolant lines and oil lines. stock location. So fun to listen. Looks good though. I love how it turned out. No paint. FP Black Boy. What'd your car make? Like 600? Right. With the intake though, right? So here we have both turbos side by side, FP Black and a Blausch 2.5 XTR. Let's do a little spec comparison on the two guys. All right, I don't feel like spending all night looking for info, but just the horsepower rating alone, the old turbo, the 2.5 XT is rated capable of making 490 horsepower. It doesn't say wheel horsepower, 490 horsepower. Now, if you go on the FP Black flows 71 pound a minute and is capable of producing upwards of 575 wheel horsepower. So, there we have it, my friends. Let's get the Black on and party. So a quick shout out to Mr. Bader. He just let me know that with an FP Black, you have to grind down the block. I know, a little excessive. But if you see right here, this little nub, we have to grind this back part down. If you do not grind it, the turbo will not bolt onto the up pipe down all the way. And he says within 500 miles, we're gonna blow the gasket. So let's go ahead and grab a grinder and shave that down until the turbo sits on the up pipe nicely. And also, I need an oil feed line because the one that was on this car does not work for the FP Black. So hopefully Bader has one of those in stock. Shout out to Bader for real though. He's always saving the day when it comes to these damn Subarus. He has like 1,000 spare parts, which is what we always need. So thank you, Bader, if you happen to be watching this. So that is how the block looks shaved down. You can see I angled it out. That should be plenty. I'm gonna go ahead and test fit the turbo now while we wait for this oil feed line answer, and hopefully it fits. If it doesn't, we're gonna have to grind more, but there's not much more to grind because we're almost down to the threads. Turbo is on and it fits like a glove. Now we wait for an oil feed line. All right, we got our proper feed line for the turbo. So let's go ahead and pull the feed line off the car, get it swapped out. We can get the turbo on the car and this whole thing back together. I'm shooting for a first startup tonight, but it is freaking late. I am not one to ever give up or quit, especially when I am very eager to get a project done. But when you start doing really shitty work that you know you're gonna have to redo the next day, it's time to throw in the towel. Turbo is on. That was a pain in the ass itself because we had to grind down the freaking engine. And then getting this hard inlet on, which we kind of need with the FP Black, because if we ran a silicone inlet, it collapses under boost. This thing's gonna be north of 30 pounds, I'm assuming. Getting that inlet on with the stock manifold, biggest pain in the ass ever. You saw me and Jared struggling with it for a while, but it is on. And then I went to go do other stuff and I started half-assing everything. So I'm stopping here and we can tackle this another day. Enjoy if you're putting an FP Black on your car with a stock manifold with a hard inlet. Have fun. It's not fun, but have fun. I should have just got an ETS kit from the start for this car. If I ever have to pull this turbo back off with the motor in the car, I'm taking it off for good and I'm doing an ETS kit. If the motor was out of the car, the intake manifold was off or at least loose, it'd be a lot easier, but it's not, so it's hard. Okay, Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want some Cerakote, I'll link it down below. Powder coat, I'll link down below. FP Black, I'll link down below. All the other BS, I'll link down below. Goodbye.